Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another bus building video. Now, this is one of those things I wasn't gonna show you guys, but I feel like I should, just to kind of bring awareness to the subject. So everybody's always talking about putting showers in their buses or their vans. Everybody's like, oh, you gotta have one, blah 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 blah. I'm pro toilet. I'm not sure I'm pro shower stall. The reason is they're huge potential leak hazards. So as you're driving around, all these seams can potentially crack, get water in there, start creating mold fast. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it, and you can't let stuff go, right? Now, when I did this shower, I've got this fancy low water whatever shower head. Got this copper piping, but my weak spot is this little $9 plastic shower mixer. It's hard to do since the wall is so thin. It's only 3/4 inch. Most of the time showers, it's like 2x4 or 2x3, and then all the plumbing is behind the wall, and then you only see like the shower head and the mixer. But with this wall being so thin, I have to do exposed plumbing, which isn't very common, which means there isn't a lot of parts. So this is an RV water mixer made to be exposed plumbing, but it's just cheap plastic stuff. I haven't found anything that's like made out of good quality stuff. And let me show you what's happening. So in here is the mixer. Hold on. All right, needed to get it a little more light in here. If you look, you see this stain right here? There's a little bit of mold right there. Now, that's not good. It's getting worse. I already cleaned this once. So what's happening is that cheap mixer is leaking inside of the wall. And I haven't even used the shower in here very much. So here's the deal with that. It's not really bad right now, right? But I've only showered in here a handful of times. And whoever buys this might be showering in here a lot. And it'll get worse fast. So what I need to do is I need to take this little cheap water mixer out, and I need to put like real parts in there. So I can't let it go. The reason I can't let it go is because right now I can fix that. I can sand the mold out. I can treat it with some Kills paint. I can fix it right now, right? Even though it's not mine, I can fix it before I sell it. If I let that go, it'll get so bad, this whole piece of wood, especially if somebody doesn't know about it, this whole piece of wood's gonna get mold and water damage and be completely ruined. It won't be savable if you let it go. Which means whoever bought this bus, if I let this go, eventually this whole shower stall is gonna have to be tore out and redone. And that's a huge mission. I build buses, and these shower stalls ain't no easy feat. So whoever buys this bus doesn't necessarily want to build the bus. I think that's way too big of a project for somebody who would buy this. So, with that being said, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna take today, and I'm gonna fix that and make sure it's dialed in before the next owner takes this bus, so I can feel good about it. I know there isn't like a ticking time bomb in there. I wasn't going to show you this video, but I need to, because anybody who's building a bus, I want you to know the potential hazards of putting a shower stall in your bus and not doing it right. And a little bit of water creates a big problem very fast. I have a buddy who has an old Toyota RV that was like hand built. He pulled the shower out, and there's just rusted the whole floor away under the bottom. So it's like you got to be very careful with a shower stall. So let's get into fixing this. I know this is really long-winded, but I think this is something that's very important. That's why I've decided to make this video and show you this, so you guys all know what putting a shower stall can do and cause if you don't do it right. And don't buy cheap parts, moral of the story. $9 water mixer off Amazon, not a good move. Okay, this is all push to fit fittings. I don't want to make this a huge mission, so I got a bunch of push to fit fittings, real hardware from Home Depot. It's about 60 bucks in fittings, and we're gonna get into figuring this out. Look at that. That was very much so leaking in the wall. You can see where it's staining it. Wow. So look at that. You can see it. My fingers are in there. It's soaking wet. Can you see where it's discolored? Soaking wet in there. So this little cheap thing was just soaking water in there. Not good. The plan is I'm gonna get a sander with 220, and so I'm gonna get a towel and dry that off first. I'm gonna get a sander with some 220 and get all like try and get all the mold out that's started in there out. Then I'm gonna take a heat gun and dry that whole thing out before I do anything. So that's the plan. Okay. Now the plan is I'm gonna go get a blowgun or a heat gun, and I'm gonna try and dry this all out. I might even have to put a fan on it overnight to let it really dry. I got all the mold and stuff sanded out. The plywood is soaking wet. I'm gonna get a heat gun on it, see how much I can dry it out with that, and then we'll kind of go from there. I got this wood drying out over here, but we're gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna spray some of this mold control on it, so if anything started in there, it's gonna stop and kill it right now. And then hopefully that fan is gonna dry this all up. When we get back from lunch. Alright everyone, I was trying to get this done today, but I mean the water, I don't know how long the water has been just soaking into that wall. You guys have seen what I've done so far. Basically I've dried it out, sprayed some mold stop killer in there, and it's just still a little damp. So basically I'm gonna have to plug these holes up with something, put glue, and then there's not going to be any more airflow. I feel like the best move is just leave this fan on it overnight and just let it completely dry out. So there's just no potential for mold before I plug those holes and then put a new line through it. So I think that's going to be it for today. And I'm going to have to hop back on this tomorrow. So I'm glad I decided to film this, because this was a day I thought I was going to finish it in a day. And I'm not. It's going to be 2 days again. So, yeah. I'm going to call it right here. So good night. Oh, we got back from lunch. And we'll see you tomorrow morning when we got back on this, when that's a lot drier. Good morning. The sunshine is out, making me feel so good. Yesterday was raining all day while we were trying to get stuff done. And our mission is to get the shower done. That is our mission. It needs to get done today. I had the fan on it all night, so it should be dry. I'm going to get a heat gun on there, give it a little bit of extra juice. And we got the man himself, Bart Iceberg, right there. Who knows what he's doing today?
I'm advising you.
Oh. So we're going to try and get that shower done so that we could go out and I could show Bart part of Oregon. Because I'm getting flashbacks to when Jaylena came down here and all we did was hang out in the shop bay. So we're going to try and take Bart out into the woods.
I'm going to show him how to be a real man.
Oh, no. It's the other way around. All right, let's get into the day. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got the holes patched up right here. So I got the old water mixer holes patched up, and I got a coating of the waterproofing material on the cedar back over it, which I'll show you what I'm using in a second. And then I got this stuff back here, kind of patched up, painted. That's Kills mold paint, just to help, you know, deal with that wood that happened in there. Now I'll go show you the material I used on both of these things. But I think I'm probably gonna go have lunch. I just turned the heater on in the bus. I'm gonna shut the door, let it heat up in here, let this dry. I'll put another coat on it. Hopefully get the, oops, I should put my finger on wet stuff. Hopefully get the stuff put back on here, and we could get the shower put back together today is our hope. So let me go show you the material. Okay, so that's the Kills paint we use for the white to kind of kill any mold that might start in there or that did. We patch that up. And then this is what we use to seal cedar. This is what I used on that shower to begin with, and this stuff is amazing. All right, we are going to, well, I'm gonna walk a couple laps around the shop and go get some food and let that kind of set up, put another coat on it, and hopefully get that thing to dry and back together today. Alright, y'all, I got it all hooked up. We're gonna test it, so I'll show you what we did. So we got it all hooked back up under here, and this is what this looks like now. And then it's just got this valve, that's it, to just turn the hot water on and off. We're gonna test it, make sure nothing's crazy. So, we need to turn this on. All right, water pump. Cold water. Oh, there's the hot water. Alright, so that's hot. Boom. Let's look under here. Do we have any leaks? No leaks. So let's turn this on. I don't want to spray it much because this stuff's still wet. Alright, that's good. Bam! It's all good. Uh-oh, I'm not trying to get water on that right now. It's not dry. I'm gonna pat dry that real quick. But everything works. Oh, let's check the leak. Any leaks? No leaks. We're good. I'm gonna clean this up real quick. Alright, that's it. We're done. I don't remember what we did. I think we were just fixing the shower. I am so glad that we jumped into that because that was going to be very bad for whoever bought this bus next. So I feel good about it. It's solid. I'm going to let this stuff all set up overnight and dry. And then I'm going to put some silicone around this little thing down here. Checked it. It all works. There's no leaks. Everything's good to go. So no more water inside of the wall. You know, I guess I should tell you guys about this too. If you notice, I only have a hot valve here. Now, something I have learned is these little propane 12-volt RV water heaters, they don't work very well when you're mixing the water like a normal house. They kind of need full pressure going through it for them to heat right. You want to set the temperature at the unit, and then you just want a valve, turn it on and off so it's the most efficient it can be. So you only need the one hot coming in here, obviously. So that's something that's not very probably well known, that a lot of people don't really realize till they build their rig and they realize that the hot water systems don't really work being mixed like that. Now that we fixed it, we patched it up, it's all good. I hope you guys learned something in this. I wasn't going to show you guys this, but I'm glad I did. It was 2 days worth of work. I'm going to start cleaning up. If you're building a bus, thinking about building a bus, you just like bus stuff or you like bus life adventures, if you're not already subscribed, consider subscribing. And that's all we do here, and you know, it's kind of fun. Also, if you want to make sure you don't miss a video, there's a little bell over there. You can hit that little bell and make sure you don't miss one. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm just stoked that you guys are part of this community every time I see you during the week. So peace out. We'll see you in the next video. Hopefully we're not fixing this bus no more. Bye.